Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft, and in today's episode we're going to be doing two projects, and the first one is going to be the well overdue cocoa bean farm. So I've carved this room out here near the chicken farm, and we're going to be building a very basic cocoa bean farm, and this is just to kind of handle that. I'm not going to build an automated solution of any capacity because I simply just don't use these enough. And I'm not going to be around here for much longer, so it doesn't make sense to really go to town as much on this one. And besides, what do we really use it for? Brown dye, which we don't use very often, and good old-fashioned cookies, which I never use either, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. So I'm thinking for this, oh boy, there's an entire area down here. I'm going to need to carve the room out, as I always do, and we're going to put stairs, I think, here. Stone brick steps, that is. So I have some, so we can kind of trial this out. Right here, I'm actually going to put stone bricks, like so, and then I'm going to put some steps in here. Whoops. I'll get that back, put that in, and we'll do that all the way around, and then in here, I'm actually going to put cobblestone and moss stone, just to kind of give it a jungly themed floor. I think that'll look pretty cool. Get that cobweb out of the way. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of chopping around here. There's an entire area down there that I've never really used. There's plenty of places that I keep finding in this base that seem to come out of nowhere. So while we're working on this, I'm also going to explain to you what the other project is that we're going to work on today, and that is going to be the library. So we're going to work on that as well, and hopefully after that, then next episode we can work on wrapping up the fort, and I can give you guys the world download. People have been hammering on my door every episode, update the world download, and I will update the world download as soon as I have completed the fort. So, and at that point, I think afterwards we'll go on a world tour, and then we will move into 1.7 land. So that's going to be the sort of plan going forward at the moment. Now, I don't know what to do about this. I don't like the little graphical bug it gives me. I could do that, but then, well, I guess I could put a lamp in the corner. That would work. Because we do need to think about actually getting lighting in this farm, so we could do that, and yeah, I'm going to have to carve that out. There we go. This shovel is sure handy for carving things out. So we'll just fill this in, and this is obviously going to be the back wall right here. And we'll put a little corner section in right there, and right here. So we've got all of those in. Now I'm going to put that log back, put that log in, and also this one, and I'm going to need to make a bunch more of these, so let's grab those. There we go, and put those in there. I'll run across the back and that. So we've got that going on now, so we've got the basics here. We do need to think of a place for storage and a crafting table, and I'm thinking I'm going to put that on this wall. So let's carve this out, like so, and we'll fill this in for now just with cobblestone. I'll mix in mossy a little later. So let me fill that in. There we are. And we will put that there. We can fill in the rest, like so. That looks pretty cool. So now let's grab some mossy and just kind of randomly put some specks of that in. There we are. We probably want to put some in this corner too. Yeah, there we go. So there's that. And we can now, well, we could plant our cocoa beans, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I am going to need some redstone lamps. I'm going to need 4, so we're going to need to get 16 redstone for that. So let's craft those. There we go. And we'll make a bunch of sticks. In fact, I only need 4 sticks. And we'll grab those. And there we are. So we've kind of... Oops, didn't mean to... didn't mean to do that at all. Let's put that back. And we want our lever right there. And the lamp. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to go back for that. And, oops, made the same mistake. Well, while I'm down here, I can put that lever in, and we'll put the lamp in, and I'll put the stone brick back. So we've got the floor worked out. Now I think the walls are going to be just stone bricks. I think I will put those in, and the ceiling, I think I'm just going to put the stone bricks as well, because that just seems the most appropriate for me at the moment. So let's do this. And I'm just going to get an outline for it. I'm probably either going to fill that area up there back in, or more than likely light it up with torches. Depends though, are we... I think that would be maybe above slime spawning layer. So if this is 36, that would be 37, 38, 39, 40. Yeah, that will be just above slime spawning layer. So don't have to worry about slimes driving me crazy. Now I'm going to need some more stone bricks to kind of wrap up the walls here, and we also need to think about a crafting area, and that's kind of right here, isn't it, if we decided to do that. Now we don't have much room here as regards room, so if I put the crafting table right there maybe, or maybe... That actually looks better, in all honesty. That does look better. And do I have enough wood for a chest? I do. So let's just kind of whip up a quick chest and explore that. Honestly, I'm not going to need that much space. I think that maybe a row of chests just facing like that upwards would look pretty cool. So now all I've got to do is work on getting the stone bricks for this room in place, and once I've done that I'll bring you guys back in and I'll show you what I've done. So I'll be right back, guys. There we go. I have now completed the cocoa bean farm. It's a little on the basic side, but it'll do the job. So I'm going to put the cocoa beans in the item frame, and we just kind of wait until they're all fully grown, and I just collect them all and replant them basically, and then I just put the spares in the chest. And if I ever need cookies or brown dye, then I'm going to have access to that. So if a time comes where they become a lot more useful, then I may look into building either a more automatic solution or maybe something else along those lines. We'll just have to see. Not really sure where I was going with that. So we are now going to move on to the next project I have in mind, and that is the library project that I mentioned earlier. Now the library I want to build up here, so let's get up here. We've got the snow golem right there. Now I actually want to build it above the furnace room. Now if I remember correctly, there should be, yes, there's a cave that comes out right here. And we're actually going to build the library sort of in this section, and we're going to hook a pathway up a little later on. Now, I think that the pathway should just basically continue in a straight line, and the library entrance should be kind of around here. So I think the first thing we need to do actually is work out sort of getting the pathway through, and then we'll see what room we've got left. Now, the library is not going to be huge, it's just going to be a little place to store books and things of that nature, and just a kind of nice little addition where I could go and relax in this world, that kind of thing. So we'll just have to see how progress goes with that. I'm going to knock these out first, and I'm going to have to get grass down here and everything along those lines, but we can deal with that a little later. So there's kind of this weird hunk of stone that's left over from long ago now, so we'll get rid of this, and we'll kind of see where we go from there. Alright, so that's kind of a basic pathway sort of assimilated. So if we were going to use this pathway, let's level this out a little bit here. Probably going to build some sort of stairwell down into the library. But that leaves us now with a pretty reasonable amount of room. As I said, it's not going to be the biggest build that I've ever done, but it is going to be one of the, I think, the nicest. Now, what I did want to take advantage of is this that we have right here. This is actually sort of like an overhang, and I want to kind of have the library looking out above the base. So we can go ahead and do that. I'm going to kind of carve it out a little bit. We're going to get some fences around the edge. I don't 100% know what I'm going to put in as a floor material. I may go with the spruce wood if I've got any of that lying around. I think I have some in the fort, but I may need to collect some more. In which case, that is fine. I can arrange that. I'll just plug that in like so. So I'll replace that with smooth stone later. I'm just kind of getting a rough idea at the moment. I do think the roof needs to be a little higher, that's for sure. I'll get some torchlight down here so you guys can see. So let's go up here, knock this out. Yeah, 3 high seems a little on the shallow side, so let's knock this dirt out and see what we can really get from that. 4 high, I think, is a little better than 3. Yeah, that looks better. Bit more room, I think. I'm not going to make the library too tall. I don't know what I was doing there. Trying to break with the wrong tools, apparently. Oh, gravel. Get rid of that. I'll fix that later. So we've got a basic shape sort of going now. We are going to have to do a bit of carving out, that's for sure, and kind of leveling this area out so that we've got a nice sort of clean area. So let's go and take care of this right here. We're going to have to kind of carve it out as best we can. I'm probably going to leave a wall right here, like this. This section right here is probably going to be the wall, the back wall for the library. So we're going to want to carve everything out to this point. I don't know how thick this wall is. It's quite thick. Oh, okay, that's good. Didn't know where we were going to come out there. So we can knock this out. It may end up becoming 5 high, just out of coincidence. There we are. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's fine. It's just the area below the storage room. So if this is the back wall, we are only really going to need this area. So let's knock this out. There we go. Kind of getting a room together now. Alright. Getting a lot of cobblestone from this. In fact, I am almost full. So let me actually plop some stuff down here and toss some of the things I don't want. Actually, I probably should keep a hold of all of this stuff for the time being. So I'm gonna break this wall down. I'm gonna take it back to around here, I think. Can get rid of that. I'm gonna clean up the walls and all that sort of stuff. But I'll probably do that off camera. I want to get the basic structure kind of together. Then I can work on the little bits and pieces that we need to do further down the road. Oh, good old gravel. So let me fill in that. There we are. Oops. Fill that in. Okay, and I'm going to knock this out. And I think taking this out would actually be a good idea, just to help shape the room a little better, if nothing else. So we'll take all the dirt out from this point, and did not intend to do that. And we will knock the remainder of this stone out, and then I think we've got the sort of basic shape that we need for the room. In all honesty, it's going to need a little bit of work to kind of clean up all this area with the gravel and so forth, but the room shape is where I want it to be. It's a shame there's all this darn gravel around. Get rid of that. There we go. So now what we need to do is kind of get a crafting table down. We definitely need to do that. And for that, I'm actually going to need some wood so I can put some stuff away. Let me see here. Mob drops, zombie flesh, flint, glass, moss stone, gravel, and glowstone I don't need for the moment. Nor do I need any of the jungle wood. So I'm going to just put planks in there, and I'm going to leave the logs right there. I'm going to get some wood. And do I have any crafting tables? Nope. But I am going to need some fences and some stairs. And I'll take those sticks. So let's head up, back up there. There we go. Quite a short walk, actually, in the grand scheme of things. Get rid of that, fill that in. Pick that up. So now we need a crafting table down. Oops. There we are. So put that down for the time being, and right, fences, that was what I was thinking of. We need those. Is this going to be enough? Yes, it is. That's pretty good. I'm probably going to do some of the things I did down there, the sort of, I don't know what you would call them, the special glowstone lamps, I guess. So we've got that. I'm just going to light it with torches for the moment. So we've got that going on. Now I'm thinking, obviously for the walls, we're going to need to put in some bookshelves. And I'm going to actually put in some, I'm going to put in a different colour of wood. I'm not sure. Ah, there's a bit of an error there. So I think I'm going to actually make this oak wood, as bookshelves are the same as oak. So the idea here is that we're going to have bookshelves in here. Then we will have another two, and then we'll have another gap. And could I get another two in there if I knock this out? Can I? Yeah, I can put that. Looking pretty good. It's just pretty dim in there. That's all. So that's that. And obviously I'm going to have to craft up the bookshelves off camera, but I'm just kind of getting the room layout together for the moment. Then we can have some kind of in the corner there, maybe. Or maybe we'll have something else right there. Maybe a sort of table or desk or something. Then we've got this back wall that we need to do something with. I think a nice sort of step down might be pretty good here. And as for the floor's going to get ripped out. Sort of like this. I've only barely just got enough room in here. And I'm going to put probably some carpet down of some variety, probably red carpet, as that does suit the pine wood pretty good. So we're going to leave this around the edge. Unless I wanted to change that out to wood, I may do that. I may change that into the sort of wood texture. The logs, that is. Oops, I didn't really want to do that. Trying to get a sort of shape together. So if I grab myself some steps, we've got that. And then we're going to kind of I mean, I guess it doesn't look horrible. Let me see. Let's get you back. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of shaping again here to kind of get what I'm looking for. And I may end up changing this out with pine wood stairs further down the road. And speaking of which, I'm going to have to go get some pine wood at this point. because I need it. I know it's called, I think it's called spruce, but hey, we can take the fast route. I always forget that this is here. Past the horse stables. I believe I left some in the chest right here in the fort. So we can kind of examine that and see what we did leave in here. Nope, not in there. Yes, okay. So we've got those and some slabs and books, actually. We need books. Do I need anything else from in here? Not really. So we're going to have all those books as well, which I can find pretty useful. So let's head back down there. Still pretty happy with the way this area turned out, I have to say. It's just kind of a walk around here and... oh, we missed it. That's because the pathway's not here yet. Let me... I think this is going to make more than a stack's worth of wood, I think. So we'll just go with 38 for now. And we'll put this in. And I've kind of left that like that for the moment, while I get the sort of slab dimensions worked out and things like that. I'm going to need to make some more slabs. Let me convert all of them now, because we are going to need that. We're probably going to need more than what I have, which is sort of a shame. I may have some hanging glowstone. That seems like a good library light, perhaps with trapdoors on. Kind of a chandelier type look might be best for this place. So, I'm going to get 12 slabs. How's that? Pretty good, I have to say. Maybe if we did this and took this a little bit further back. Like that. And obviously now I'm going to have to do a bit of filling in again. But I like that. I really do like that a lot. This though, here, I'm not sure about this. If I replace that, this is probably going to get changed, it's not going to stay cobblestone. If I do that, and then I gut this out, instead of using steps, if I use slabs again, the disadvantage is going to be that area on the corner. Because I won't be able to go straight up, I don't think. Oh, look at that, you can. That's interesting. Okay. So I am going to use pine wood planks then, in that case, right here. There we are, and get rid of that cobblestone too. And I may tear some of these up as I put the carpet in, just to get a couple back. Because we do have a nice amount of room here for that. And I will probably run it around to about here, and then I'm going to put a beam right there. And we could have something behind there if we need to. And I'm thinking that right here, we also need to put spruce down. And we're going to need some more slabs, but nothing too significant. There we go. There. That looks pretty good, I think. I'm pretty happy with that. So, as well as that, we are also going to have to think about bookshelves on this wall. And, I could produce a corner of bookshelves, but I don't know if I would really like that look or not, really. I could put wood here, however. That is a possibility. Oh, it tears into the wall. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Yeah, that's not really what I was looking for. So we're gonna have to basically extend the wall from here out one block to accommodate for that. So let's fill that in. So in that case, if bookshelves have got to sit right here, then the wood is probably going to have to go like that, then like that. Strange. don't know why I didn't take this section out. Maybe it was all this gravel that was in the way that it made me not want to take this out. There we are. And I don't think any more bookshelves would suit that. We could have some more on this wall though over here. So there is that. Let's put 6 of those planks back in here. Now we're going to have to do a little bit of fiddling around with the stairs. I'm actually full, which is a pain as well. I'm going to have to whip up a quick chest just to store some of this stuff in. There we go. Mainly cobblestone and dirt and gravel, which has been the problem here. There we go. So, pick that up. So I'm thinking... I definitely want that to be an oak beam. And I think I'm probably going to put an oak beam at this end as well. So I'm going to need to go get some oak wood for that. And I'm also going to work on kind of tidying up the roof. Probably finish up the floor, that kind of thing. And I will be right back with you guys when I've made some more progress on this. Okay guys, so quite a bit has happened since you last saw me. I have completed the library. So I worked on this for a while and I got the red carpet down. I put the bookshelves in. And I just tried to paint in here, and instantly I got this really big one, which I think is pretty cool. I got those sort of lamps in the ceiling, got a nice seated area so that I can take a read of the book or whatever it happens to be that I'm doing. I've kind of worked out the entrance a little bit. I may put an item frame up here, but I may leave it because you can kind of see into the room. Now I still have to take care of the grass spreading down here and also getting the piston lighting in, but I'm going to work on that off camera as that's pretty boring. So now let's take a look at it from down below and see how it looks. Yes, that looks like a library. You can tell that up there is the library. I think we chose the best location for it, honestly. Couldn't have got much better than that. I've got a nice lookout as well over the rest of the base. So next episode we are going to be working on finishing the fort, and at that point I'm going to release the world download, and after that we are going to go on a world tour, and at that point after that we're going to upgrade to 1.7 and we're going to be moving on, because that's pretty much all I need to do now is finish the fort. As far as rooms are concerned, I have nothing more to add. The last 2 jobs were the cocoa bean farm over there and the library here. So with that in mind, I want to finish the fort, and all that's going to take is kind of doing some final checks around the fort itself and finishing that area with the torches in it and getting like a community area together, and then populating it with villagers and animals and that kind of thing. And that will be next episode. Then for the final episode in 1.6 for this series, and also for this base, we're going to be taking a tour of the world. Now if I can get the numbers to work out right, we may be lucky enough for that to actually be my 500th video as well, which would be a pretty nice video. Do a world tour of however many episodes we've been working on this base. I think it will be over 70 by the time we actually get to that point. So it will be good to look back and kind of round up the whole base and take one final look at it in all its glory, visit all the different things once again before we move on into lands anew. So I thank you for watching today, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed the 2 projects that we've done, and I hope to see you once again in the next episode. So until then, guys, see you later and have a good day.